much were you trying to get that career high there?
Honestly, that wasn't something I was thinking about. Just trying to get the W.
Even on that last shot, not at all.
They were. I mean, we were talking about it's different. The point differential matters for this, so that's not something I was thinking about. End of a game, last possession, not trying to show a team up, and everybody was yelling, and I couldn't figure out why until I caught the ball. To be honest, so something we'll have to keep in mind next time we have a tournament game.
No, I appreciate you explaining that. And then just what does it mean to have for you to? I mean, obviously you've strung some nice games together, but to really break out in that first half and kind of roll it into the second half as well.
Yeah, it's nothing special. Just the motion of our offense. It's cutting hard, trying to play with pace. Guys finding me, just giving our offense life. You're giving it energy. I think that's something I bring to this team, and just continue to move, and the ball will find me. And that's kind of what happened in the first half.
I imagine for you, just getting the shot going, and Keegan as well, getting the shot going is a relief. But to have both of you finish with double-doubles as well, Domantas Sabonis finished with a triple-double, is that almost more positive or encouraging than just the scoring?
Yeah, trying to do it all. Us playing big minutes tonight, you're going to need that, whoever's on the court on that given game, on that given night. They're doing those little things. You guys have been around all year, coaches trying to preach defensively, offensively, rebounding. Keegan and Domas over offensive rebounding tonight is huge. Big part of us getting the W's. Second chance points for the second straight game, and so just those little things. That's what it takes sometimes to get out of a shooting slump, see some go down.
Kevin, we watched you you struggled and then you slowly have come out of it. Have you felt like the improvement in each and every game, and then finally to have it kind of break out tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Just talking about energy and rhythm, just playing within our offense. I think it's. Offensively, I think we've looked better the last 3 games, and I don't think that's a surprise. I think my game has come along in those 3 games, and just trying to feel the energy, the rhythm of what we do, and moving fast, cutting hard, and like I said, just trusting the ball will find me.
Sort of along those lines, 7 of 9 from 2 tonight. What was working from you, not only beyond the arc, but finishing inside?
I think I was due. I haven't 2-point wise, missed a lot of layups this year, so just got to stay with it. Just nice to see a couple of them fall.
The first tournament game for you, you mentioned the scoring at the end and that little aspect being different, but did the energy, the atmosphere, anything feel or seem different?
It did, honestly. It was fun. I think the atmosphere felt different, I think, because of the court. That was our first experience with it. Luckily, ours was gray for most of it. You're seeing these courts, bright red and bright green, bright blue. So I'm glad ours was gray, but there was definitely a little bit different energy in the building tonight. It was fun.
Can you talk a little bit about just that 2-man game with Domas and how well you guys were kind of feeding off each other?
Yeah, it's something that worked for us a lot last year, just trying to get back to it. If I'm making shots and he's rolling to the rim, that's 2, I think, tough things to guard. And the teams are going to have to commit more than 2 guys to the ball. And, we both are willing to make the extra pass and kick it out and keep the ball moving. So hopefully something we stay with. And as we continue to be effective in that, I think Coach will keep going to it.
Kevin, Keon Ellis started the last 2 games. Could you talk a little bit about, what he's been doing and how he's been affecting on both sides of the ball? Yeah,
I thought Keon was great tonight, to be honest. I thought he was great. Just it feels like he gets his hands on so many balls. Honestly, defensively, he had the most deflections on the team tonight. I think the most steals, too. Did a great job. Shea is obviously a super tough player to guard. I think he did about as well as you could on him. Just the little things. Like Keon, that's something he's always excelled at, and you can see that in practice. Like, he does a lot of little things really well. And so his confidence will continue to grow as he continues to get minutes. And, he's a better shooter than what he's shown. He does that in practice, but really happy for him. Stat sheet might not show it, but I thought he was really good.
Thoughts on it being a crown and a throne instead of a chain?
Yeah, we're getting used to it. I think I like the crown, the throne we'll have to talk about, but it's definitely different. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Keegan, just how good does it feel to have a breakout game scoring? And it looked like the three ball wasn't falling early, so you decided to take it to the rim. Did that help you get started and kind of break you out of your slump?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just trying to affect the game in different ways. Obviously, everyone knows, like, I'm not shooting the ball well at all right now, and I'm just trying to find ways where I can get easier shots, get a free throw, get a layup, something that'll spark me. So just try and do that, and hopefully that'll help.
First off, Keegan, did Mike or
Sorry.
your teammates say anything after the dunk over Chet?
A lot of them did, but I'm not going into detail on that one.
And then we talk a lot about how much Fox opens up things for everybody on offense, but for yourself, Kevin, and for Domas to have the nights that you had in addition to other guys, like how much was that, I guess, the brand of basketball that you guys want to play?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a team effort to win games without Fox. We all know that because he's got the ability to take over a game by himself. And when guys are going, when Kevin got going early, when Domas got going, and then I got going eventually, it just helps with everyone else on the court with spacing. And there's just a lot more fluidity when that kind of stuff happens. They're knocking down shots.
Were offensive rebounds a point of emphasis coming into this, and what allowed you to be successful there?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a big point of emphasis for us. Just trying to get extra possessions in that way because we got a lot of guys that are good at flying to the basket, flying to the rim. So that's a point of emphasis in this game for sure, along with all the other games.
Keegan, last year, like you said, if your shot wasn't going like it kind of isn't right now, you kind of faded off into, just blended. This year, do you think being in the weight room, putting on the extra pounds, getting stronger is why you were able to impact the game, rebounding, and defensively as well?
Yeah, I think especially defensively, I feel like I have a lot of different ways where I can impact the game, blocking shots, getting steals, stuff like that. Offensive rebounding too. So I know that last year I was a little smaller, obviously, but I kind of lost minutes when my shot wasn't going in because I wasn't able to affect the game. And this year I just kind of have a different mindset with how things are going right now, how a way that I can stay on the court.
Keegan, it's the first in-season tournament game. Did this one feel different? Did the game feel different? The atmosphere feel different?
I mean, the court felt different, but no, I mean, I feel like it's a good thing that the NBA is doing, and the games are competitive early on. I mean, we're in week 2 or 3, and we already have kind of playoff-like atmospheres, especially for us. So I feel like it's good, especially early on this year.
Keegan, you and Kevin kind of both have gone through some stuff. How much, I don't know, how much does it take the pressure off for you guys to kind of have a night like tonight where you put it together and really contribute to a big win?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps. Winning solves a lot of problems, and I mean, everyone on our team has me and Kevin's back, whether we're shooting the ball great, whether we're shooting the ball bad, and nights like this really help our team camaraderie and everything that guys are going through.
Did you have a chance to look at that dunk that you had, like a replay of it at all?
Nah, not yet.
I mean, I know you have that, that kind of wager with Fox about best dunks. I'm just curious if the feedback from that one might think that one might be in the lead at all.
Well, I asked him about it, and he said it wasn't body to body. So I don't know if he's not classifying that as a good dunk or not. But
Keegan, what kind of boost would you say you guys got from the 2 threes that Sasha knocked down?
yeah, I mean, I think he was on the bench before that the entire game, and for him to come out there and affect the game in a way by making shots, I think really kind of sparked our team. And he's a guy that's always going to be ready to play. He didn't play last game, didn't play the first half of this game, and came in third quarter and affected the game, so that was big for us. Thanks.
Man, it was a good win. That's a good team in the other locker room. And they've been playing well all year. And so for our guys to find a way, especially when we didn't shoot the ball well, we started shooting better in the second half. But, again, this is why we're pressing our guys to defend and to be physical defensively, because we have to be able to find ways to win games when that shot's not going in. And today was another day that was evident of it. The same with the last game. We shoot 42% from the field and we shoot 28% from the three-point line. That's a loss for us last year. To be able to hold a really good offensive team, to under 100 points on 44% from the field and 23% from the three-point line, again, is who we want to be. I know we can shoot the ball. The shooting's going to come. Where I'm going to continue making our guys, where I'm going to continue pressing our guys is on the defense end of the floor. And we had a lot of guys step up on that end of the floor, starting with Keon. I mean, SGA is an unbelievable player. And to get maybe his second start, and say you got to take SGA and do the job that he did. And it's crazy because everybody's like, well, he scored 33 points. Well, you just got to make the guy work for his shot. And I thought Keon did a heck of a job doing that, as well as the rest of our team trying to follow the game plan. But we had a lot of guys step up. Obviously, Kevin was big for us. He opened up the game in a lot of different ways for us. He shot the ball well, made plays for us. Keegan, he was great for us too. He hit a couple of big threes late in the second half, and he looked good shooting the ball, looked confident shooting the ball. So that was fun to see it go in. Even Malik off the bench, with his 8 assists, and Sasha off the bench. But Sasha hadn't played in a game and a half or whatever it's been, and we called his number and throw him out there, and he hits 2 big threes for us. So that was huge, his contribution. And then obviously Domas, his triple-double. I think he's leading the Sacramento era team in triple-doubles now. He's got a ways to go to catch Oscar Robertson. I don't know if that'll happen at all, but it was fun to see him get that record tonight for the Sacramento Kings. But again, just finding a way, and part of finding a way, Jay Triano is really big on it, but we've been working with our guys to crash the offensive glass, and our guys are starting to come up with the ball. They came up with the ball in the last game, crashing the offensive glass. They came up with the ball tonight, crashing the offensive glass, and again, we get 15 offensive rebounds for 23 second chance points. That's a huge night for us on the glass, especially when the shots weren't going in. So I'm excited for our guys. I'm happy for them because, we can play fast. Our offense is going to come because we can shoot the ball. We're willing passers, and guys know how to space and all those things that we talk about offensively. We just got to keep playing the right way while doing it together, and we got to be physical. I mean, absolutely freaking physical and locked in on the defensive end from Jump Street.
Mike, I'm sure you were as happy as anyone to see both Keegan and Kevin get going, at least with their scoring, but for both of them to turn in double-doubles in addition to Sabonis's triple-double, how much of a lift is that just for the team as a whole, especially with Fox's absence?
I mean, it's huge. Kevin's a big 2 guard, and he's smart. And, for him to go get it like he did and come up with, the nine rebounds. And then same with Keegan. He's big too, and he's smart. And to see him with 4 offensive rebounds was huge. Those guys, combined 20 rebounds, that's a big night from our 2 and our 3. And, those guys got to keep hitting the glass for us because it has to be a collective effort. We can't just rely on Domas to get 20 or 18 rebounds every night. We all got to make sure we hit bodies and go get it.
Mike, those two, the struggle for them early in the season has been well documented at this point. Just how good does it see them get through this and come out the other side? And not only that, but how much work has gone in behind the scenes just trying to get Kevin and Keegan right mentally and in the right frame of mind coming into games?
I mean, everybody understands that those guys are great shooters, and for us, it's just a matter of keeping them uplifted and staying as positive as we can with them, but also pushing them in other areas. And I pushed them both. I pushed them both to defend. I pushed them both to rebound. I pushed them both to do the little things. And if you're open, to shoot the ball, because I believe in it. And if I believe in it, I'm telling you to shoot it, even if you're 1 for 10. Then that should give you the comfort level to want to shoot it. And those guys get all the credit because they're the ones that have to figure it out mentally and physically how to make that thing go in, especially when it's not. And both those guys work hard, getting extra shots. They work hard with their coaches getting extra shots. And they've continued to try to find other ways to help us win ball games, even if their shot isn't going in.
Coach, obviously you're a better team when Fox and Trey Lyles are out there, but getting victories and having these tight battles with teams, how satisfying is it to see you guys go out and compete without two main pieces?
Well, one thing that you like about it is you keep, when I say you, I keep telling our group that we can be a hell of a team. We can be a great team. And it doesn't matter what five we throw out there. If we play the right way, good things will happen. And, I even said it to our team at the end of the second Houston game when we threw Keon and Alex and Kessler out there. I think maybe Jordan might have been out there. I can't remember the other two guys. But those guys just moved the ball. They cut. They moved bodies. They spaced. And they attacked in transition. They talked and helped one another defensively. I enjoyed watching the last 8-10 minutes of that ball game. And so to me, with the talent in that locker room, it's evident if we stay connected, doesn't matter who the five is out on the floor, we're going to give ourselves a chance to win. With Foxy and Trey out right now, it just gives other guys opportunities to be put in situations that they've probably never been in. You talk about Keon Ellis on the floor as the point guard, and he's a two-way player in his second year, and he's closing the game against one of the best players in the game in SGA. And, getting those experiences, that's irreplaceable, to be able to do it right now. And then to get those experiences while getting a win, it just ups everybody's confidence level in one another. And it really helps us believe that no matter what five we have out there, if we play the right way, we can get it done.
Kind of along those lines, Mike, is that with the Fox absence, is this about the most cohesive you'd kind of seen from your group, even while working the way through struggles and having flashes of great moments? Was tonight kind of maybe the most cohesive in that stretch with no Fox?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good tonight. I thought, too, when we played in Golden State about 4 games ago, I thought we did some good things on both ends of the floor. And so it was evident, that in my opinion, if we do play the right way, obviously we're a much better team with Fox. But, it's part of what we got to face is the injuries. We were a little lucky last year. We didn't have a ton of them. And so for us to be able to have injuries and find a way to win, like you said, by being connected, it was a lot of fun to be a part of and to watch.
Coach, after the second Houston game, you talked about the importance of learning from that adversity.
Yeah.
To what extent would you say those lessons have been applied in the last 2 games in which your team has looked like a totally different team?
I said it. I went on record. It was kind of funny, but my son who works for me, Elijah, he thought I was crazy. But I told him after the second loss, I was like, I kind of like that we're going through this. It's ugly. It doesn't feel good. People are mad. Players are mad at me. I'm mad at them. They're mad at the other coaches. And if we expect to be great, this is nothing. We'll fight our way out of this, and we'll figure this out, and it'll make us stronger down the road. So to be able to see, the biggest thing for me is to be able to have some hard conversations in front of each other, okay, and look each other in the eye and respect what the next person is saying next to me or in front of me and still stay connected and still try to do my job to the utmost degree and support whoever's in front of me. I mean, JaVale wasn't playing bad at all right? But Alex had come in that Houston stretch, and he played really well, so I wanted to reward him. So I had to go to JaVale and say, JaVale, you're going to sit down. And JaVale, being a 3-time finals guy, he embraced it. And he's been supporting Alex and whoever else is in front of him. So to have that, not just from JaVale, but from everybody else, is very gratifying to see. And I hope the guys in the locker room understand how big it is and how connected we are, and that we can get through anything if we stay connected, because we got a good enough team. So the adversity, embrace it, stay connected, and keep doing what we're supposed to do, and it'll break sooner or later.
Coach, the first in-season tournament game in the books, did this one feel different? I know the court obviously is different, but did the atmosphere, did the game flow, did anything feel different about this game?
The biggest thing that felt different for me is, usually when I wear my pants, they're a little lower, so they were a little higher. So the top of my ankles were a little colder tonight. It's the coldest the top of my ankles been because of my pants and because of the gentleman in the front who told me that the pants looked good. So I kept them on instead of changing them. That's the biggest thing. The second thing was the court. When you look out there at that court, it feels different for me. You'd have to ask everybody else, but the court makes it feel different. And then you see the in-season tournament cup on the court, and so it has a quote-unquote, I don't know if the intensity is there quite yet, but it has a little bit of a finals feel because of the cup picture on the court. And then from there, you get into the mix of the game, and you kind of forget that what you're playing for. Just like when I've been in the finals before, once the game gets going, it's just you're locked into the game, and you kind of lose sight on how big the game is. But the aesthetics of the whole thing make it or take it to another level.
First, you asked us how they look, not the functionality.
I respect that. Okay, I respect that. I do respect that.
To start, is it safe to say Keon won the crown?
Keon won the crown, yes, sir.
And then 23 second chance points off those offensive rebounds. When you guys get those boards, what are you looking for after that?
Obviously, if you have an opportunity to put it right back right away, Keon's offensive rebound was unbelievable. That was one of the most athletic plays that I've seen. But so if you could put it back right away, great. But when you get an offensive rebound with the shooting we have, that's when we like the dagger threes, and Domas is going to find you. Our guys know to spray that ball after an offensive rebound if you can't put it back in right away, and so those dagger threes are deflating because you're not only are you getting an offensive rebound, but now you're knocking down a three. It's tough to bounce back from, and I thought we did a good job with that tonight. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, guys.